when your dad really saw the film, and a partial of very important in his life, that moment, even right now, at this moment here, he's very sickness. How you and your family can understand about he saw that, or he recognized the film, or anything he can share with you or your family after he saw the film?
Yeah, although right now he's not the same person as he once was. Smart, sharp, fast. I think my mom and I and my sister recognize that he does have a sense of this whole experience in finding the USS Kirk and the captain, the crew member. And there were moments last night during the showing of the film that was produced by the U.S. Navy that parts of it resonated with him, made him show some expression during the movie. And I think we believe that he's appreciative and aware of and feels appreciative of the recognition that he went through during that moment in time.
Okay, now you have a change to thanks all of the people, the producer, the filmmaker, everyone collect the information to make a real history film. You saw in Washington, D.C., the partial of the story, the partial of your family, and now you can talk to the people who really make that production.
Yes. So, the 1975 and now it's 2010, about 35 years. Right? My math is correct, I think 35 years. So I guess for nearly 35 years, the story that my dad told at dinner tables and with friends of his when we would see each other was a story that was never completed. It was a story that never had an ending, because when we landed on the Kirk, approximately 24 hours later, we were taken to another ship and moved on to Wake and Guam and others. And we didn't, my dad, I don't think at the time to thank her, or it was just everything happened so fast. We didn't know who the ship was and who the captain was, and so it was a missing piece of a missing puzzle in our family's story for many years. And it wasn't until I think you and Jan Herman and the captain had tried to reach out to find this individual pilot, that somehow my mom got the email and read through it, and it just seemed strange that somebody out there was looking for the pilot that at this moment in time that was shared. I don't think any other pilot had performed such a feat, or at least lived to tell about it. And so it was rather unique, and a couple of email exchanges, a couple of phone calls, and finally our family story had a complete full circle in terms of closure. We now know the ship, we now know the captain, we now know the crew, and on behalf of my dad and my mom and our family, we just want to acknowledge and thank the crew member, the captain, the ship itself for being there to rescue us and to provide refuge to not only our family but the multitude of other helicopters and other families that came aboard during those frightful, eventful days during the USS Kirk timeframe. So yes, definitely much appreciation.
Yeah, chúng tôi truyền hình Việt Nam Vùng Hoa Thịnh Đốn xin thành thật cảm ơn tất cả những sự chia sẻ mà chúng ta vừa nghe từ người phu nhân cũng như người con trai, cũng như câu chuyện tiêu biểu cho một không quân Việt Nam đã cùng với gia đình trên đường tìm tự do. Truyền hình Việt Nam Vùng Hoa Thịnh Đốn xin kính chào quý vị và xin hẹn quý vị trong chương trình kỳ tới.
For the former citizens of South Vietnam, another chapter on their journey to freedom was about to begin.
I feel the crew on the Kirk, wonderful people. they are really a good hands for, rescue a lot of people, Vietnamese people, include my family. So thanks to the crew member to save us on that day.
hear a helicopter coming from miles and miles away, and I have an American flag